I'm done. You guys have any questions?
Monetizing Twitter. I mean, we've definitely seen Facebook and how you can make money through Facebook. Twitter seems to be a little bit harder. Do you have any advice on how to monetize that?
I mean, it's a lot harder to measure because you can't do apps. You know, it just the structure of Twitter is so different. I have seen TV stations do the same type of thing, like the sponsored tweets, and really in that case, most of the time it comes down to promoting something on the website that the sponsor is paying for, and sort of looping that into the deal. Like, okay, we're gonna maybe run a contest on our web page, or we're going to do something with you on our web page, and we're going to promote it on Twitter, and that's sort of part of the package that we're promising to promote it on Twitter a certain number of times. But I don't know that there's a really dynamic way that I've seen stations monetize Twitter yet, but it could be coming.
Could you talk about, have there been studies about how many hashtags per post is good, the quantity?
I don't know that I've seen studies about that. I do think that you want to try to focus people. I mean, a tweet is a pretty small space, so I don't know that you want to get too carried away. I think that, especially if you're trying to participate in a conversation about a certain topic, chances are there's one dominant hashtag for that topic, and so you really want to focus there. And I think as a media organization, you have the power to kind of steer that in a certain direction, because these hashtags tend to come up organically. So if you feel like there's a major story and all the conversation is kind of starting to go towards one hashtag, if you also start to go there, then everyone will start to go there, because it's really, the more organized you can get about that, the more likely people are to get what they want, which is to get information about that certain topic. So I don't know that you want to spread it out too much.
And finally, with your Twitter posts, one can also add photos or video. Have you looked at that and whether or not that's a good idea?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, especially, all of your Twitter readers are now showing some of the photos. People want to see that just as much. Be careful with what you're using to send the photos, because some of those shorteners and whatever, especially with the API changes that Twitter's about to make, some of those are about to go haywire. So just be careful with how you're sending those. But yeah, absolutely, photos and images are hugely key in Twitter. There's studies about what types of content does well on Twitter, and news content generally is the best type of content that really resonates on Twitter, because everyone on Twitter wants to be the first person to know anything in the whole world. So it's really about sharing information as fast as you possibly can. And so really, news content works really well in that space.